Hello, I'm Jack Taylor, the author of the User and Hook series. To all of you who did not know what I looked like, this is me. Anyway, I am going to read aloud the first 2 pages of my User Chapter 1 to see what the response and reviews I get. So afterwards, read and review, people. Chapter 1, here we go. The user was an average chap who needed a car for his holiday, so he went to his local car hire shop, Jack's Car Hire. When he got there, he started to browse the cars until he found one that was only £400 a week. It was an Audi. He liked Audis, so when he went to check out, he had a good feeling about this day. So he got in his car and left. While he drove, he put on the radio and listened to a song, which was Wild World by Mike Bailey. When he got to the traffic lights, he stopped and, much to his surprise, was pulled out of his car and kicked in the face. As the user got up, he looked around, dazed, only and his Audi driving away. "Oh my God, I only just got that car!" As the user looked into the distance, he saw something that was funny and not so funny. What he saw was his Audi crash into a lamppost. That was the not so funny moment. The funny moment is what he saw emerge was a bedraggled boy, no more than the age of 18, looking dizzy and hurt and crying and calling the police. The user looked around and saw a bicycle shop next to him. Just my luck, he thought happily, and strolled in. The user saw an ideal bike, a rally. He liked rallies, so he went to check out and asked how much it was. "Excuse me, good sir, how much is this rally?" The store clerk looked at him with a stoned look and said, "Dude, that bike is so cool, where did you get it?" The user was thinking 2 things. Should he be honest or lie and get a free bike? "Well, good sir, this bike has a lock on it. Do you think you can unlock it?" The clerk looked at him and gave the user a big smile. "Sure, dude. Course I will." The clerk walked over with his set keys and unlocked the lock. "There you go." The user just smiled and walked out the door. "What a nice man," said the clerk. As the user got out of the store, he got onto his bike and cycled away. He was enjoying the sensation of the wind blowing into his face while he was going over this unusually long bridge. Where did I get up to? And it started to rain. "Oh my God, why me?" Then a drunk threw his bottle of Stella Artois, and the bottle smashed, and the user went over the broken glass, and the wheels burst. The bike went into a spasm and crashed. The user went over the bridge. As he was falling, the user could not believe his eyes. A whirlpool was forming beneath him. He was heading for the middle. Oh, shit! And he went in. The water crashing into him. He was going to drown. But that would be too easy. The user opened his eyes and was surprised when they did not hurt. He looked around and almost had a heart attack. He saw mermaids, and they did not look friendly. He tried to swim away, but they were blocked his path. The lead one looked at him and spoke. "You are in my waters. You are not welcome. If you do not talk, we will kill you." He spoke in a kind of a deep camp voice. The other mermaids murmured their agreement in the killing. The user tried to speak, but only bubbles came out. The lead mermaid grinned and hit him with a trident. Then they all joined him. While he was getting hit, the user managed to see the clock on his watch. It read 8 a.m. "Stop it!" All the mermaids stopped when they heard their leader's voice. "What are we doing? We're not animals. We should tie him to a rock and then hit him." The lead mermaid did a funny dance. Oh my God and girls, let's tie this naughty man up. The mermaids grabbed him and pulled him to a rock and picked up some seaweed and tied his arms and body to it. The lead mermaid began to sing. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it, move it. I like to move it. I like to move it, move it. He carried on like this for an hour. This was hell for the user. He was reminded how Nazis sing. This must be how they sing. While he was contemplating this, the lead mermaid was saying, "This is fun. This is what we do, right? We're evil. Evil! Yep, we will. After this, we should hold a summer party. Me, guys, yeah, only guys. Yeah, that's. The user knew it. The lead mermaid was gay. Suddenly, a hammerhead shark swam by and scared the mermaids. The user quickly grabbed onto the fin of the shark as it swam. He had never known they swam so fast. No, my big guy! Screamed the lead mermaid. This shark, meanwhile, was wondering why he had a scruffy human holding on to him. Little did the user know, this was a magic shark, which can turn into any animal. Trying to impress the user, he turned into a dolphin. This was unfortunate for the user, who was actually allergic to dolphins. The user quickly let go and turned around to see a ticking crocodile. Now, you may think this crocodile was ticking as in angry, but no, this was a real ticking crocodile. What the, thought the user, and as quick as he could, he swam to the surface. I caught a fish. Oh no, it's a human, said a distinctive accented voice. The user burst to the surface to see a coloured man in a pirate costume. That's right, guys, it's Hook. He looked at his watch and it now said 8:10 a.m. All right now, in the ocean is a gang of mermaids, and they want to kill me, he said. The man in the pirate costume. The man said, "Is there any fish?" Which, of course, well, what? Of course there's fish. It's the ocean. Wait a minute. Are you a pirate? A real pirate? The man rose to his full height, which was not that tall. It's about 5'7". He spoke in way forward and impressive tone. Yes, I am. I am the amazing, commanding, lonely Captain Hook. In the background, they heard a voice. Ruby bubble, you're my ruby bubble, you're my ruby bubble, you're my ruby bubble. Captain Hook brought out his revolver, fired a shot. It hit the boy square in the eyes. The user looked at the man and was surprised to see the man looked equally as surprised in the activity of the shot. So, Captain, do you have a boat? The captain looked uneasy and said, "Well, no, I've always wanted one, but I am too scared to nick one. Tell you what, let's go and find one." The user had nothing better to do, so he agreed. And they set off. When they left the building, the user looked behind him to see, what the hell? A Peter Pan museum. A Peter Pan museum. The captain replied with a sense of loving in his voice. Yes, the one and only amazing Peter Pan museum. The user looked at the captain with a look of, what the hell is this crazy man on? As they set off down the road, he saw a perfect boat. The SS Anne. You go nick it and I'll hide. The user raised an eyebrow. SS Anne was a rowing boat. A little kid's one. Don't you want that one, Captain? The user pointed towards the remake of the Black Pearl from Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the one I want. You go nick it. The user ran towards it, jumped on it while Captain Hook ran and tied the SS Anne to a Black Pearl. After Hook was finished, he walked to the ice cream stand. Meanwhile, on the Black Pearl, What are you doing on my boat? You're not welcome on my boat. The user turned and drew a sword which he did not remember picking up. Why is everyone saying that? A man who looked like a mixture of fish types mixed together. I am Davy Jones, ruler of the sea, demon of all bad things. The user walked forwards and swung at Davy. Just raised his arm. The sword bounced off his arm. Meanwhile, Hook was saying, "No, mint chocolate chip. No, not vanilla. No, no, no. Mint chocolate chip, not lemon sorbet." Back on the ship, an epic fight was going on. Davy Jones was drinking seaweed delight, rebounding all the attacks, while the user was. And that's where we leave it. Everyone tell me what you thought of it. See you around.